Hey everybody, today is Friday the 19th of May 2023. I'm Kevin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your card of the day. Alright, so we're using the Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle by Radley Valentine with illustrations by Echo Chernik. And we have our moon card we pulled last weekend, number 18, which is featuring Archangel Haniel. She is the Archangel of psychic development, female energy, the moon energy, shadow energy, things that we are not seeing that we need to look at. And this is the influencer of whatever card of the day that we get. Father in the sky, Mother in the earth, angels, ancestors from all realms, all beings, all places of time and space, thank you for being with us. Give us a message today that will enlighten, will inspire, and will heal all those who wish to hear it. So be it, and so shall it be. All right. Oh, this one's hiding. I want to pull out one that hides. Oh, Lord, look at this. I like it. I like it. I like it. Number 29. Stay the course. Let me put it where we can see it. There we go. This may have come out before, perhaps. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experience and keep going. So here we see Archangel Michael with his sword of light right here, tucked in his belt, still wearing the coat of armor, being protected. And it's sunny. And there is your view. And right out in front of you is the sun, birds flying. And here's what message is coming. There are going to be detours, and there's going to be doubts, and there's going to be changes in your plans. And the tendency, and I think this has been a theme of the week, particularly since we are having somewhat of a challenge, if you will, with the planet of Mercury being in retrograde. And I've said before many, many, many times, what I've learned in my experience of that energy is it isn't a terrible thing. It is a little bit like using a magnifying glass to look at the fine print. That at some point or another, the flow of communication, of energy that has in the last 30, 40 years maybe sped up, sometimes slows down. And there's a reason why it slows down. There's a reason why we have to somewhat push pause, somewhat review. There's a reason why things get changed, edits get made, stuff gets sort of stuck in the pipeline. This is not a time that we give up on the dreams and the goals and the wishes and the desires. It is a time that gets to retweak the plan, gets to review it. Sometimes this can mean what our vision was requires more than one individual to be on board with the project, or more than one element to come into the project. Perhaps many of you are wanting to launch an online business and your technology skills are a little off, or perhaps something has happened that you were not expecting and it has put a spanner in the works of what you were about to do. The idea is not to give up on what you were doing, not to give up on the course forward. It is to stay the course, to regroup, and basically ask Spirit, yourself, what can be possible from this situation? You know, if we want to build a house, or buy a business, or start a business, or change a business, and the plan to do these things gets derailed. We'll just say, for example, you're buying a house and the lot that you wanted is no longer available, or you discover that the ground that you were going to place this house on isn't suitable, or that the home plan won't fit. Any of these things. Or maybe you discover that there's going to be a highway 30 feet from your boundary line. This takes away the desire, the joy, the light, the anything. It takes it away, removes it. So at this point you get to choose, well, am I still going to build this house? Well, yes. Do I still want this design, this style, this space? Well, yes. Well, then you keep that in mind, you keep that in your heart, you keep that in your desire, and you look for a better space, a better place, a different plot. That sort of solves it. Sometimes we also have to look at the detour, the bumps in the road, the experience of changing lanes suddenly, to see that we can still do that we still have these options, that it's not all set in stone. And I think this is the beautiful part of having a spiritual experience while in a physical form. This is what I believe, and I've come to believe it. Didn't always get it. It's been about 20, maybe a little bit longer, that I had that concept of there's me, the spiritual person, there's me, the physical person, and then of late, these two are the same person. I sort of had that, it's not a battle, struggle, challenge, when merging both the hair and the spiritual business together. I'm the same person. I can't be different people. What I do spiritually is the same as what I do with hair. The bumpy ride I had was trying to convince, or at least convey, that's better, and communicate that to the technical people, the search engine people, the people that use words to find people to go to your website. Until I woke up to say, listen, when this is meant to happen, it's going to happen. When this is meant to go forward, it's going to go forward. And I'll take other iconic people who've used their name to be business people. Martha Stewart comes to mind. She actually was a stockbroker. She was actually a brilliant financier. And then realized that her skill for homemaking and, I don't know, recipes, etc., was just as important, if not more important. She realized that there needed to be a little bit of, I don't know, difference. So she created this show, this cooking show, whatever it was, an online, a TV personality, if you will. And then she became multifaceted. Then it was sort of like, well, who are you? That's part of, I think, sometimes what defines all of us. That we can be anything and everything all at the same time. This is where we wake people up, other people up, to the fact that, wow, you're doing this and you're doing this and you're doing this and you're doing this. It isn't tunnel vision. We live in a world, a physical world, that seems to be going down one track. Growing up, you trained for a career in one thing, and that was it. That was your career. That was your lot in life. That's limiting. It truly is limiting. But then when you look at the iconic structure of, perhaps where I grew up was in the United Kingdom. So the iconic structure of that was the monarchy and tradition and following tradition and following the footsteps of other people. I took an apprenticeship, and back in those days, you know, which is not going back too far, apprenticeships were like craftsmen. You learned from a craftsman, and that craftsman passed on the skills, and those skills got passed on to more and more and more. It was sort of like a rite of passage. So what I'm saying now is, about this stay the course. When the bumpy rides come, when the detours come, it is easy to say, I give up, I can't deal with this, it's too much. Rather than sit back, look at the plan, and take away whatever's confusing you. Take away what's ever getting in the way of you. Take away what doesn't really serve your highest good. Sorry, my dogs are having a fit downstairs this morning. I think that's it for now. Yeah, let me know below your comments, your thoughts and your feelings about all of this. And until tomorrow, be well, be blessed, and thanks for liking, subscribing, and keeping it going. Bye for now.